Hello and welcome to Wednesday Wobble. It's great to have you with us this Holy Week as we come together to think about the news, have a little wobble. For those of you who've watched before, you know that wobbling is just having a chat about what's been going on. In my parents-in-law's family, they used to do it on a Sunday afternoon. They would share all the news of the week and they would talk about what had been going on. And so if you're out there today, we're going to have a little wobble together. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing today, please give us a comment and let us know where you are or what you're up to. We'd love to say hello to you. So please comment in the comment section on any of the platforms that you're looking at. Also, if you can at all, whilst you're still watching us, give us a like. It really helps other people to see what's going on. And it's so helpful to us to get the wobble out across all the digital platforms. So whoever you are, wherever you are at, and whatever you're doing today, give us a like, give us a comment, tell us what you're up to, and we'd love to say hello to you. It's been a really busy week for lots of different people in our community here, and I'm sure wherever you are, you have been up to lots as well. Hello, Callie. Great to see you from New York. Good afternoon, good 5 hours, good evening. Mandy, great to see you on your Easter holidays as well. Hope you are having a good time in Enniskillen and you might get as far as, you know, an odd bit of lemon meringue pie or a nice scone or something. I don't know if you're open enough for it. Alison, good to see you. Good afternoon. Great to have you with us. And Peter as well. Hope you're doing well wherever you're at and whatever you're doing this morning. I don't know if you're out in the van and out and about. But wherever you are, it's great to have you with us. I've been looking at the local paper. As you know, Wednesday Wobble is all based around the Sligo Champion, what's been going on this week and what articles made me stop and wonder. I wonder if has there been any news wherever you are that has made you stop and wonder. If there is, let us know in your comment section as well. I don't know about you, but as I looked through the paper today, this week, you know, there's times where you just think, no, it's a bit depressing. So I've tried to keep it a bit lighter, but it is Holy Week, so we have also to bear that in mind. And we're going to tick a few boxes. So the first article that caught my mind, of a few to share with you today, so bear with me, is this one here. It's some local politicians, that's Leinster House there, if you look really carefully, the seat of the Dáil, the Irish government, and they have been out making the point that it is important for religious worship to resume, and that it is a human right. The politicians doing what politicians have always done, getting themselves in the paper and having something to say. Well, then, maybe I'm being a bit naughty, but anyway. Then I got onto this other double-page spread to two gentlemen many of us will know, people who we think a lot about. Let me see, can I get that in the picture? So there is Father Pat and there is Father Tom, two of our local colleagues who are being interviewed in the paper about Easter and about the fact that this Easter we are not together in churches, and they talk a little bit about that. They talk about some of the adjustments that's happened over the last year. They've talked about some of their frustrations. They've talked about being a little bit anxious at times. They've talked about how it's been really difficult for families, but also they've talked about how all this digital media stuff, all the stuff that we're doing today and that we do through the weeks, has brought people together. It's connected people across the world. We have somebody from New York with us today, so that's definitely connecting us together. If you're anywhere else, I think New York might be the furthest away today, but if anyone could beat New York, give us a comment in the comment section. So Father Pat and Father Tom, they talk about all of those things, but they talked about the connectedness of bringing people together, and they talked about how in Facebook land, just like we're doing today, community has been built. People have been brought together in community. We see that on Thursday chats, especially. We are on tomorrow night. If you are out there and you're a Thursday chat fan, 8:30 tomorrow evening, we're talking about Jesus, and there's Easter bonnets and there's all sorts of things. But that community gathered up a whole load of money for Easter eggs for our local social services that we delivered during the week. So we've seen how digital community can be grown. And the paper talks about that quite a bit. Then I ended up in this strange little place. I'm going to show you. See, can you see this picture? I might have to fold it a couple of times. There we go. Can you see there? There we go. That's it. And it's the new Sligo Rovers jersey. It's the away jersey. And there's been loads of consternation all over social media this week because the team away jersey isn't red. It's not red. It's not the traditional jersey, the traditional bit of red that is famous for Sligo Rovers. And so there's been lots of people talking about how the white jersey doesn't look right, and there's only a little bit of it at the back, and then oh dear, this is like a special sort of test. There we go, and on the shorts, and so that got me thinking that the jersey wasn't really what people expected whenever they saw it, and it wasn't really the thing that it didn't look right. Wasn't what they were expecting. Didn't have a bit of red in it. Wasn't right. And yet, this photograph shows the winning goal by Jordan Gibson this week, past being scored in the match. So even though the jersey may not have worked right, it did the job that it was intended to do. And that got me thinking again about Holy Week, about this week, that we think about the journey to Easter. We're thinking about heading towards Easter Sunday. We're on Wednesday today, Monday, Thursday, tomorrow, Good Friday, and then right into Easter Sunday. And it kind of reminded me of some of the scriptures that we've been reading around recently, where actually Jesus really wasn't what they expected. The politicians, we started with politicians today. He was definitely not the Messiah, the savior of the Jewish people that he was expected to be. The priests, he was the Jewish priests, he was definitely not the savior that they were expecting. Definitely not the Messiah that they were expecting. He wasn't powerful or grand. In fact, we were reading this last Sunday, and I'm going to attempt to make this come up on the screen and try and make it that you can see the words and hear my voice. If we can manage this, we're doing really well. Major technological advance for us, but we'll try here. Let me see. Can you see this? There we go. These are some words from Philippians 2. Though he was God, he did not think of equality with God as something to cling to. Instead, he gave up his divine privileges. He took the humble position of a slave and was born as a human being. When he appeared in human form, he humbled himself in obedience to God and died a criminal's death on the cross. The Jesus that they were expecting was a mighty warrior, a savior of the Jewish people, a Messiah, and yet he didn't look like the character they were expecting, just like the Sligo Rovers jersey doesn't look like a Sligo Rovers jersey because it's not covered in red. And here we see it. We see that Jesus, the Messiah, instead of being this mighty conqueror, came and took the position of a slave, died on the cross, and rose again to change the world. Didn't look like he was expected, ran contrary to the politicians, didn't really meet the approval of the priests, and yet he is the savior of the world. We're going to land our thoughts there. Our time is almost gone. And as we finish our time together, we remember that Jesus is totally God, and we are totally forgiven because of what he did on the cross, and we are totally free because of that. And we're going to finish with a song. At Easter time, or at St. Patrick's Day, we used one of the Keith and Kirsten Getty songs, which they have gifted to the church during this season because we can't do live worship, and they've made their catalog copyright free for us to use. And we're gonna finish with that. And it's a video or a song that I think is powerful, and it speaks of the power of the cross, the unexpected power of the cross. So wherever you are, I hope it's been good to be with us. Please give us a comment. Please give us a like wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And just take a moment. I don't know what you're at today. Maybe you're having your lunch. Maybe you're in the car and this is on through the radio. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing today, take a moment and meditate on these words and see where it takes you. There's some ads at the end for the rest of what's happening this week. There's cane prayers every morning. Malcolm and myself doing some old Celtic prayers. Tomorrow night's Thursday chats 8:30. Messy Church live 3 o'clock on Friday, and we are with you 10:30 on Sunday morning and 12 o'clock. Look after yourself wherever you are. Take a moment. Let these words wash over you.
To see the dawn of the darkest day, Christ on the road to Calvary, tried by sinful men, torn and beaten, then nailed to a cross of wood. Oh, to see the pain written on your face, bearing the awesome weight of sin. Every bitter thought and every evil deed, crowning your blood-stained brow. There's the power of the cross. Christ became sin for us, took the blame, bore the wrath. We stand forgiven at the cross. Now the daylight flees, now the ground beneath quakes as its maker bows his head. Curtain torn in two, and dead raised to life, finished the victory cry. There's the power of the cross. Christ became sin for us, took the blame, bore the wrath. We stand forgiven at the cross. Oh, to see my name written in the wounds, for through your suffering I am